La prima lettura
The first reading
è quasi una cronica
is almost
prima
news
che accadrebbe a Gesù.
about what will happen to
È
Jesus.
una cronica in avanti, è una profezia.
It's a prophecy, a
Sembra
commentary.
una descrizione storica
It's almost an
che è
historic
accaduto dopo.
account of what happened later.
Gli empi cosa dicono?
What do the wicked say?
Tendiamo insidia al giusto, che per noi è di incomodo.
Let us beset the just one because he is obnoxious to us. He sets himself against our doings, reproaches us for transgressions of the law, and charges us with violations of our training.
È diventato per noi una condanna dei nostri pensieri.
To us he is the censure of our thoughts. Merely to see him is a hardship for us,
Non è
because
come quella degli altri.
his life is not like that of others.
Se infatti il giusto è figlio di Dio, egli verrà in suo aiuto.
For if the just one be the Son of God, he will defend him and deliver him from the hand of his foes.
Pensiamo a quello che dicevano
Let's think about what
a
they
Gesù nella croce.
said about Jesus on
Se
the
sei figlio
cross.
di
If
Dio,
you're the Son of
vieni
God, come
a
down.
salvarti.
He will come to save you.
E poi il piano di azione.
And then their plan of
mettiamolo
action,
alla prova, con violenze e tormenti, per conoscere la sua mitezza.
with revilement and torture, let us put him to the test, that we may have proof of his gentleness and try his patience.
Condanniamolo a
Let
una
us
morte
condemn him
infamante,
to a shameful death.
perché secondo le sue parole il
For
suo
according to his own
popolo vivrà.
words, God will take care of him.
Una profezia
It's a
proprio
prophecy,
di quello che è accaduto.
specifically of what will happen.
E i giudei volevano, cercavano di
Jews
ucciderlo, dice il
sought
Vangelo.
To kill him, the gospel says.
Anche cercavano allora di arrestarlo,
They even
ci dice il
sought
Vangelo, ma
to
nessuno
arrest
riuscì a
him,
mettere le
but no
mani su
one
di lui.
laid a hand upon
Non
him
era ancora
because his
venuta
hour
la sua ora.
had not yet come.
Questa profezia
This prophecy
è troppo dettagliata.
is so detailed, it's too detailed. This plan of action of this evil people is,
risparmiare nulla, mettiamo alla prova con violenze, tormenti.
it doesn't
e
spare
saggiare lo
anything.
spirito di sopportazione.
with revilement and torture. Let us put him to the
Tendiamo
test
le
that we may have proof
insidie.
of his gentleness.
Mettiamolo nel tranello, se cade, no? E questo non è una semplice odiosità.
This is not simple
Non c'è
hatred.
un piano di azione
It's not a plan of
cattivo,
action
certamente, di
that's
un
bad
partito contro l'altro.
of one party against
È
another.
un'altra cosa.
This is something else.
Questo si chiama accanimento.
This is torture. It's
Quando
dogging, going after
il
someone.
demonio che è dietro
It's-
sempre a ogni accanimento
The devil is always behind
cerca
this
di
type of
distruggere e non
of
risparmia
dogging, going after someone, and doesn't spare any means.
all'inizio del libro del Giobbe.
We can think about the beginning of the book of Job. It's prophetic about this.
Dio è soddisfatto
God is
dal modo di vivere
satisfied
del Giobbe.
with the way Job
Il
lives.
diavolo gli dice sì perché
And
ha
the
tutto,
devil
non
says,
ha
yeah,
delle
because he has
prove.
everything. He hasn't been
Prova.
tested. Put him to the test.
E prima
And
il diavolo le toglie i beni.
and
Poi
first,
gli toglie la
the devil
salute.
takes away his goods, and then he
Giobbe
takes away his health. And
mai-
Job
mai si è
never,
appartato da Dio.
never
Ma il diavolo quello
distances
fa
himself from God.
l'accanimento.
And the devil does this type of
Dietro ogni accanimento
torture. It's a difficult word to translate. It's like hanging, like a dog hanging on to someone and who doesn't let go. That's the concept.
dietro una discussione o una inimicizia
behind a discussion or a friendship. The devil might be behind something with normal temptations that are very distant, but with this type of doggedness, going after someone like that, it's the devil. He does it very subtly. Let's think about how the devil goes after Jesus, but also how he goes, the persecution of Christians, how he does it with the most sophisticated ways in order to bring them to apostasy, to distance themselves from God. And we call this in everyday conversation, it's diabolic. Some bishops were talking about this in one of the countries that underwent an atheistic dictatorship, that they would even go so far to detail such as this. The Monday after Easter, teachers had to ask their pupils what they had eaten the day before, and so the pupils would say, and some of them would say eggs, and those who said eggs were then persecuted to see if they were Christians, because in those countries they eat eggs on Easter Sunday. Even to this point, the type of spying in order to find out Christians to persecute them. This is the devil. And what should one do in the moment of this type of doggedness? There's two things you can do. This dialogue with these people is not possible because they have their own ideas, their fixed ideas, which the devil has sown in their hearts. We've heard what their plan of action is. What can one do? What Jesus did. Be silent. It hits us when it says in the gospel that before all of these accusations and things, Jesus was silent. Before the spirit of persecution, silence only. Never justifications. Jesus spoke, he explained, when he understood that there were no words that were valid, he would be silent. And in silence, he underwent the passion. The just one is silent before persecution. This is valid also for the little types of things that bother us every day. When one of us feels that someone might be talking about him behind his back and nothing comes forward, stay silent. Silence. Undergo or let it go, this type of talking behind your back. It's a type of subtle persecution in the neighborhood, at work. It's not as strong as this type, but it is a type of persecution because it destroys others, because one sees another person is disturbing. We ask the Lord for the grace of fighting against the evil spirit, to dialogue when we need to dialogue, but before this spirit of persecution, to have the courage to remain silent and allow the others to speak the same before these small types of persecutions that we experience every day, of people speaking behind our backs. Let them speak in silence before God.